The views and opinions expressed in this podcast by the host and or the guest do not necessarily reflect the views of the host and or Paranormal Buzz Radio and or its sponsors. Use of any material produced by Paranormal Buzz Radio without express written consent is prohibited. Paranormal Buzz Radio will not be held responsible for you holding your knees, crying, and rocking in a corner in a puddle of your own urine, or being beheaded by a group of children in a cornfield. In fact, if you come across a group of children in a cornfield, we promise to make fun of you as you run away screaming in terror. Listener discretion is advised.
And now, here are your hosts, Chris Nielsen and Kelly McCarville.
Hey,
guys.
did we do 2 podcasts in a row? Like, no break?
I think maybe.
Holy shit, guys, it's the end
Don't
of
get
time.
used to this shit, you guys.
Oh, God, yeah. Gonna drop the ball big. We're gonna disappear for another year
because
again.
it's only February. It is only February.
Honestly, I was I think I was texting my dad or something earlier, and it's like he's like, "Oh, what are you up to?" And I was like, "Oh, just getting ready," because after this weekend, our schedule really pops off.
Yeah, goes
Like in the
crazy.
next month, we're, St. Louis, Galveston, Mason House twice. It's gonna be fucking bananas.
It's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot. But that's all right.
It's been a little crazy. I've been doing a lot of OSHA violations tonight.
I did see that. I did see you were doing some handiwork, and I'm like, oh, shit.
So if you guys don't follow Traveler's Moon on TikTok, you should, because you get to see me cutting copper tubing with a circular saw. And I kept getting hit by shrapnel, so I thought I'd protect myself by getting my old broken motorcycle windshield up in front of my body.
Yeah.
And it actually worked brilliantly. Like that, until I find something better, that's going to be how I do this.
But yeah,
Oh
there's
God.
all sorts of OSHA violations just screaming throughout the
no
entire
shit in the
thing.
garage, and that's okay. But that's
Yeah.
us, and we're not alone tonight, everybody. As you can hear in the background, we have 2 wonderful guests with us. We have the queen of hats and mannequins, Kim, and we have Alison,
Jesus.
the only person I think Kelly might leave me for.
Her and her damn mannequin.
That's right.
Well, it's a possibility. Watch your P's and Q's.
Well,
It's not my fault. If you've seen her, I mean, come on.
Oh, please.
Whatever.
All right.
Well, thanks for having us on, guys.
Hey, thanks for
joining us.
coming on.
Absolutely. Anytime.
Sorry, I'm slow to share. I'm still focused on sharing.
Shit, I'm already done with that.
Oh, I've done that before this thing even
Well,
started.
that didn't work. I didn't post a link to our show. It just posted a link. Go away.
Okay, so we'll kick things off. We'll give Kelly a little time with the way we kick off every show.
Right.
You have a guest on. So, Kim, Allison, you are both paranormal investigators, but take this opportunity to not just introduce yourself, but you give us a little background information, like the origin story. What got you guys into the paranormal?
What are you looking at me for? You
always start.
I have to pause here and say, how long have we been friends? I mean, how long have we known each other and investigated together? It's
Years.
been years.
I just thought of this the other day. I'm like, this is some crazy shit. Okay, so my 40th is coming up in April. And literally our first investigation was the Veluska house when I turned 30. So that's been almost 10 years that we've been doing this. So.
Is that
The funny
That's
part of
a
this
decade.
is I don't know the answer to this question we just asked.
I know it's been years. I really don't know, but it's been almost the whole time I think that we've been investigating, at least pretty close. But yeah, so we kind of, I mean, for me, the whole thing, everybody's got their little stories when they were little, but yeah, I did have a figure that would stand next to my bed. I was always really scared about this dark figure that would stand there. My mom said, as I've gotten older, she's told me more things that, like, when I was 2, sometimes I would come up to her and look at her, and I'd just be like, I'm ready to go home now. And she's like, well, we are home. And I'd just look at her puzzled, and then I'd turn around and walk away. But then as I got older, she said I would talk, but it sounded like I was talking either in a different language or tongue to somebody in my room.
You still do.
So you're a spooky fucking child.
I was a very
And not
spooky-
much has changed.
I was, yeah, exactly. So I mean, it's always been that way. And then as I got older, when I was about 11, I had another figure show up that was a little bit smaller in my room. So, long story short, Kim and I, we do like to test new equipment at my parents' house when they're not home. Because she doesn't want to know about it, but you know, there are things there, so as long as we do it there, she doesn't care. But it kind of fell together for us. Kim and I've known her my whole life. She used to babysit me. Her mom used to babysit me. But
I would argue she still does.
yeah. Well,
She has babysat all of us, let's be fair.
I mean,
she has.
you're not wrong.
Every single one of us owe Kim
Cynthia.
bribes and
What
miles
happens
money
at
and-
Bango Station?
This is a
Fucking Bango.
So keep that lip shut.
I don't know what y'all are talking about. I'm an angel.
Loose lips sink ships.
So, anyways, Kim and I also, we played softball together. We played solo pitch together for quite a few years. And, you know, afterwards, we were, you know, partying up after, you know, a game and stuff. And Velisca came up to play. We're like, hey, we heard of this Velisca place. Who wants to go with us? It's supposed to be haunted. And we're like, sure, let's go. So we went with some of our softball teammates. And then after we booked that, we went to Farrar, and we've been doing it ever since. And we literally started off with my freaking camcorder that takes cassette tapes, but it's really good.
I
It's
also
really
started on
good.
hi-8s.
It actually takes really good video at night, though. It's like better than some of this shit that's out there now.
You still have a fairly old camera that you guys will pull out every once in a while, don't you?
First,
Yeah, mine.
Yeah.
We do.
When
We
we
do.
I was going to say, I think last time we were at Farrar, you had it out.
Yes, I did. I had that one, and then I had my little newer
When we can
handheld.
find the cassettes, we usually drag it out.
Exactly, yeah. And
That's
so,
too funny. I think I still have my old one that does the, like, 'cause it has, they're not full-size VHS, but they're...
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
like
well,
like the Sony
Yeah.
hi-8s.
I
Yes.
still have that
Oh,
camera.
yeah.
Exactly. Yep.
We should see if it works still.
Yes.
We'd have to find the tapes, though, because God
Oh
knows.
no, yours is older. I think yours takes full on like VHS tapes.
Mine, no.
I'm thinking somebody else's.
Kim has
I
one
had
that takes
one like that
VHS
one.
tapes.
I had one that, or I don't think. I think Mama Pat had one that took full-size VHS, but no, I think I still have the one that takes the littler tapes. But we'd have to find the tapes. We should try it sometime just for giggles.
Yes.
Ours takes great pictures or
Yeah,
video.
it does. But shit, the tapes anymore are outrageous. Holy
Probably,
shit.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I got like a
You know,
19.
It's like dinosaur age shit going on, so it's like way up there in price.
I got a 1972 reel-to-reel audio recorder that I'm ready to break out on investigation one day, but
Ooh.
a single reel is $42.
Holy shit.
It's absolutely bananas.
Yeah. So, question on the story that you were sharing. When you used to go up and tell your mom that you were ready to go home, do you
Yes.
think that was maybe like a past life thing?
That's kind of what I was wondering. My friend, or not my friend, but my mom's friend is really, you know, into spiritual things and stuff like that. And she's like, did you ever really ask her, like, what she meant by that? Mom's like, no, she was 2. I just left it at that. But, you know, as I got older and she kind of seen some of the things I was doing, and I was terrified to stay in my room. Like, literally, my dad had to bribe me with a peanut fishing tackle box for me to not sleep with a nightlight. Like, he's like, you sleep without a nightlight, I will get you this peanut tackle box you've been wanting. I'm like, deal. But like, my mom literally had to come in and like lay with me until I was like in 2nd or 3rd grade because I was terrified to sleep in my room. Then as I got older, I just wanted sleep, and I'm like, what the hell do you want from me? Like, leave me alone.
Go away, leave me alone.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah. When I first started babysitting, yeah, she sleeps till late in the mornings. I get there at 4:30. She's up at 5.
I still do that.
Yeah, you people are crazy morning people.
I
I don't know what's wrong
The
with
sad
you.
thing is I get up in the morning, but you don't want to be around me in the morning. Like, I will drag my ass to the gym by 5:30, but do not come cross paths with me.
I just know when we're out on investigations the next morning, you're like up and gone, and I
Yeah.
haven't even cracked my eyeballs
you're
yet.
most of the way home before we even wake up.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
we are.
we're so used to like Ferrari. You had to be out of the place before 7, or
Yeah.
So we're used to getting up and go.
The only place that we really kind of take our time is Malvern.
Melbourne, we don't have to get out of and Cambria, we never had to get out early.
Yeah.
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 But the others, you have to be out by 7 or 8, and out the door we're going.
Yeah, see, and that is part of the reason that we don't stay at some of the locations, because it's like, well, yeah, you can spend the night, but you have to be up and out of here by 8. And I'm like, bullshit, I'll get a hotel.
Yeah, exactly.
And it does seem weird. Like, you think those places would benefit from having like a small like Airbnb cabin off to the side with like a late checkout, because they know we're in these places like
Oh yeah.
up until 3 or 4 in the morning, and for some reason they have way earlier checkouts than any hotel.
You two need to get on that then. You create your own little haunted location with an Airbnb, and you guys will be making bank off that.
Don't think
Well,
that
I'm
we
gonna do
haven't
it.
been looking.
I bet you have.
Complete seriousness. It's been on the radar. So
Yes.
so Miss
Because we don't have enough shit going
No,
on.
we need more to do. We're bored.
Right.
We're bored. We have way too much spare time.
Sorry,
Oh
go on.
my
So Miss Kimmy, was there something particular that got you into all this?
Just when my grandma died, I swore she was breathing in the casket, but I know she wasn't. But you're not that old, And I've always been interested in where do they go after death and all this stuff. And then all of a sudden, I started watching Ghost Hunters. Well, that could be true. Yeah, I got interested in it, and then we started going to Bliska, and it's been nonstop since.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So Feliska, that's a pretty high caliber like location.
Yeah.
Did you regret starting there? Because we use this anecdotally a lot, where it's like,
we do.
oh, people come up and they're like, "Hey, we want to get into the paranormal. What would you suggest?" And we're like, "Oh, find a place that's nice and calm, relaxing. Don't go to Villisca on your first fucking investigation."
That's because we must have some pretty big balls, because yeah, we did. We literally went in with that freaking old camcorder and some cheap ass digital recorders. And it was actually a phenomenal time. Like, we literally got some legit weird shit on the camcorder. Kim, literally, my daughter's the one who caught the EVP. I was listening to it. She was sitting on a bar stool at our counter. And Kim was in the house by herself, and she's kind of, poking on the piano. And she's like, "Lena, are you here? Herman, are you here?" All of a sudden, you hear Herman whisper into the recorder. Literally, that's all we had.
I didn't hear it.
She didn't hear it. And my daughter fell off that fucking bar stool. She's like, "Did that say Herman?" And I was like, "Wait, what?" And I looked at it. I'm like, "Holy shit, it does. Plain as day. It's a little kid saying Herman."
And when we went to Villisca, I went in the notion, there's nothing there. I kept going, there's nothing there. Till I was in the attic by myself and I got scratched.
She got scratched.
So I went outside to the bar and took Alison. I didn't want to let the other team know because they were spooked already. And I said, "Alison, do I got scratches on my back?" And she said, "Yeah, you got 3 of them down
Andy
your
was
back."
getting messed with while she was sleeping, because she passed out before all of us. And she was getting messed with her hair and stuff. But my cousin and I, actually, where the 2 girls stayed downstairs, I was watching her, and she was sitting on the bed there. And I'm like looking at her with my eyes, and I'm like, "What the hell is that yellow ball there? Like, what is that?" Like, I didn't understand, I'm like, "What is this?" Like, I'm literally seeing it with my own eyes. I'm like, I'm gonna grab my phone real quick and try to get some pictures. So I took a whole bunch of pictures, and like, you can't see her in the pictures, you just see this yellow light. And then all of a sudden, I got rushed with all this emotion. I started crying and like swearing, like I didn't know what was going on. Like, I was freaking out. I got hit by this ball of whatever it was. And I don't, say orbs or anything, but like, I literally saw that with my own eyes.
I think it's a whole different thing to say it's an orb when you see it with your eyes versus the dust specks in a picture.
Exactly. Yeah. And I literally was bawling in tears, like, what the fuck just happened? Like, I had no clue.
There's definitely more emotion around Lena and Ina because And I think it's because they were awake. They were awake while they were hearing everything going upstairs. So, I mean, obviously there's far more emotion trapped in that room than...
And it's almost like kind of a messed up, like, cosmic irony, too, because, I mean, don't get me wrong, nobody in that family deserved what they got, but, like, they weren't supposed to be there.
Yeah.
Like, they
of all nights.
all nights, they chose to come home with the family.
Right.
That's the night.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah, pretty crazy.
Yeah. And then when we were going to lay down, we got the smell of sulfur. It was real quick, and that was about
strong.
it. Yeah. But I mean, that didn't scare us away. We've been there how many more times? Three more times?
3 or 4 more times.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a location for sure.
Yeah, it is for sure.
Crazy.
Eventually we'll get back there, but.
We need to get back again sometime too.
Yeah, but it's harder for you.
Well, we're a little further away, but
Well, no, I'm talking about like emotionally. Like you get more emotions there.
Yeah, it's definitely an experience, but I want to be able to catch something tangible to go along with the experience that I have. And I think last time that we were there, we actually did get...
Cynthia's never done an overnight in Villisca.
I know, that's what I just said. I'm like, what? We need to book something. Like, come on now, girl. What the hell?
No, Shannon.
That's fucked up. Sorry, go ahead.
That is surprising.
I know.
So, I mean, we've had experiences when we were there, and yeah, it's definitely... It's not necessarily a lot of fun to sit and have that movie play in your head every time you're there, but I want to be able to catch something concrete. And we had some pretty cool stuff last time we were there that if we can ever get through all of our stuff, we'll share eventually.
Maybe. Fine.
Craziness.
See, there's a ball there that makes noise if it has the batteries in it.
Oh, yeah.
It went off for Johnny in the closet.
Yeah.
So when we were there, it was in the baby crib. And it would go off on command on our camera as we were videotaping it.
Yes.
Every time we'd ask a question, it would make the noise for yes, every time.
Yeah, it was insane.
I think one of our coolest experiences, we didn't even realize we had gotten all of it together until we sat down and put the pieces together. But when we were there the last time, Chris was in the attic, and he was in there all by himself. And I'll let you explain what you were...
Yeah, so the generally accepted idea is that the murders happened somewhere around midnight. So we knew we wanted to be kind of positioned up in the second floor during that time. And I put myself in the attic. Kelly's sitting outside. We had a few other people with us who were in...
2 were in
the parents' bedroom.
2 were in the kids' room.
Yeah. And, it started off kind of chill. And honestly, up to that point in the night, I was like, well, we've had a couple of interesting interactions, but Villisca's been
fairly
quiet, like by comparison, like most haunted house in the United States, and it's been chill isn't a word that should even cross your mind in a place like this. And,
right.
I'm hanging out in the attic, and I start, I don't know, it's generally not feeling well. It started with kind of a upset stomach, and I mean, we had eaten in the diner in town earlier that day, so I was trying to chalk it up to that, but it started becoming almost like a stabbing pain in my stomach, and I was starting to get a lot of symptoms of heightened anxiety and just general stress, and I was hot and then I was cold, and just a lot of these physiological symptoms. And that's when it all kind of started to tumble together, because it was a slow onset. There was a build up to it, but it stopped immediately. I remember sitting on a chair, and then at one point I'm laying on the ground, because inevitably I end up on the ground on the investigations for some reason.
If you guys haven't noticed this, you'll find him laying on the floor somewhere.
Did you have a little too much whiskey?
Never on the investigation, only for the podcasts. Only for you. But I remember ended up on the floor. I rolled over, and it just went away.
And right about the time, and we didn't know this obviously until after we sat down and all talked, but right about the time that his feeling went away, he heard me say something outside. I was sitting outside the attic door, and what I had said is, he just left the attic.
Oh, wow. Oh, okay.
So I didn't realize that. And I don't know whether or not Jason and I think it was Peyton who was on the bed, if they heard what I said. But within seconds of that, they're like, it just got really cold over here. And then the millimeter that was over there went off right where he would have been to get the parents' heads.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean, it was like we had to piece the 3 parts together to go, that was phenomenal to have those experiences. But we didn't know we were having that until after we sat down and put all of it all together.
Oh,
so
wow.
it was
insane.
cool.
Yeah. I was going to say, I think the last time that I went, because I didn't get to go with Kim and Gina because the very last time because I was sick. But the time before that, there was 4 of us that went, and we all went through these different emotions when we got there. Like, Gina wanted to kill me. Jill was crying for no random reason. I had Robert stuck in my head, and Kim was just off in La La Land. And we were trying to set up our cameras. And we're like, why the hell aren't these working? So then we tried her new set of cameras, and they wouldn't work either. So we turned on the spirit box, and it literally said no cameras. So we respected their wishes, and we went with no cameras.
We took the cameras back down.
We took the cameras back down because they literally would not do shit. And then that's when we had all the drunk weirdos come in that night, and I thought Jill was gonna freaking kick the shit out of one of them. That was hilarious. That was the only night that we've ever been there that we got like a lot of weird people coming up, and she like literally just fucking walked in. She's like, I saw you guys upstairs and I wanted to scare the shit out of you. And Jill's like, if you would have done that, I would have kicked your ass. And then her husband comes up, and this is like what, 5:30, 6 o'clock, and she was fucking trashed. And he's like, sorry, she's really drunk. I'll take her home now. And I'm like, you best take her home because she's gonna end up as one of the spirits here.
That's craziness.
Yeah, it's just one of those places. It brings out the weird.
Yeah.
And now I'm trying to remember if I've ever had like any exceptionally drunk people on an investigation, like just kind of show up.
Yeah, it wasn't one of my events, but there was a public event that I was at with Perry actually, and it was a neighbor to the location that we were at. They lived across the street, and I think they were drunk when they got there, and they continued to drink, and
oh my gosh,
they were escorted out because there was multiple complaints about them. So yeah,
oh wow,
it was harsh. It was not good.
It's always, I mean, it's nice to be able to have fun, but you don't want to be like that on an investigation. Like,
well, and not only that, but if you are going to have a drink, even a drink on an investigation, you basically have to throw out everything that you've potentially experienced, because you don't know.
Except for when the doll went flying.
That's when she needed a drink.
I had a drink before that. We were outside listening to the band, and then we went in there.
And that's a little different if you have a drink like with supper or something, because we'll go like Mason House when we go down there. We'll go out for supper and I'll have one of the house drinks. But
I had a glass of wine before, but as borderline like alky as I might seem, I don't think I've ever been drunk on investigation.
I have never been drunk on an investigation.
I don't even think I've had a like buzz.
I have not been drunk on an investigation either.
No.
Nope.
No, not at all.
Unless you count my Pepsi.
I don't think.
As a matter of fact, we do.
I don't think that would be a good idea, though. I mean, because like, don't get me wrong. There's so many reasons why it's not a good idea, but I have to be careful in a location, anyways. And Allison, you've been experiencing some of this too. That you've got to watch yourself and how they're interacting with you, and the energies that you pick up, and the voices that you hear.
Exactly.
And if you add alcohol into that, and your inhibitions go down, and your protection goes down, that's just going to increase that. And definitely not something that should be.
They don't go together.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right. If I have one, I notice that if I have one, I'm less likely to have one of my episodes.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know if it relaxes me more, but you think it would make me more open to channeling more weird shit than I already do. But I've noticed the last couple times, if I've gone somewhere and I've had at least one drink, I haven't done the channeling.
You haven't done that for quite a while.
I have not. I think the
And
last time
that's a
Kim
good
had to
thing.
pull. Last time I think was we were on the interstate and Kim had to pull over.
Yeah.
Learning to control it is always a good thing.
I'm
So,
trying.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I can't lift you no more. My hands won't let me.
I was going to say, damn, what are you saying about her, Kim? Jeez.
Well, I have gained a few pounds. I know that much.
That
Whatever.
To carry her outside anymore, it takes two of us. Because she just goes totally limp. And there's no...
Oh, there's nothing worse than dead weight.
Yeah.
But on bump dead weight at a haunted location. Sorry.
Yeah, right.
Sorry. So you guys have been a lot of different places. Do you have like a favorite location?
Melbourne.
I do enjoy Melbourne. I do get a lot of experiences there, and I do have a connection with that bathroom down in Shadow Man's hallway. But I mean, there's so many good ones that we have been to that I really do like Sumner School. I would love to go back there. We did get quite a bit our very first time there. A lot of EVPs.
We haven't been there, but we haven't investigated that one.
Yeah.
It is truly amazing, and you will get turned around in there. It's
like a maze.
It's like a maze in there.
Yeah.
Watch out for the bats. Just
yeah.
I love bats. No.
If I had a nickel for every live stream that was fucked up by bats.
I know, right? Oh my gosh!
I think
they were literally hanging in the jerseys in the hallway there, and we're like, "Oh, that jersey woman!" Like, holy shit, there's bats in there. So we're all like trying to zip past there real fast.
No, thanks. No, I'm good.
In the safe room, we're all standing there having a break, and all of a sudden this bat comes flying around. And who was it? Was it Leslie?
Leslie.
She was under that table so fast, and April just threw her hood over her and just was like a statue.
I think our best bat experience still is probably Waverly, though.
Waverly was a doozy.
That was crazy.
I still want to get there. I'm so bummed I didn't get to go.
We'll have to get back sometime. Cynthia just said the same thing. Waverly Hills was epic when Chris took off across the room. Yeah, Waverly is definitely memorable for the bats. Yeah.
Because it is. It's like a haven for them. And then these people come through with like their singular light and it's pissing them off. And
What you doing? What you doing?
Yeah.
Get out of my hallway.
Oh, God. I'd be crawling. I'd be fucking army crawling down that shit. Like, nope.
The key is, and the part of the problem is, you can do it just fine if you don't have a light source.
No, yeah. I don't ever use a flashlight.
She never does.
I never use a flashlight. Never.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's not too many places where I'm like, oh, you definitely need one. But like Waverly's up there because it's absolutely like, I was even blown away by the size of it. Like I knew like, it's 180,000 square feet. And I've seen so many pictures. I'm like, oh, it's a big building. But I didn't really wrap my head around how big till I was actually in it.
Until you have to walk it. You don't realize.
And yeah, I like 9 times out of 10, I'm exactly the same. Like, fuck flashlights. I don't need that shit. And I'll just use my hand to like guide myself along on the wall. And I caught myself using flashlights a lot in Waverly just because there's no light either.
And you get in those inner hallways, and like for me, I get so distracted I can't even remember what floor I'm on, let alone how to get back to where I want to go, Or you get yourself stuck at the end of a hallway where you have no way out and there's a ball sound bouncing down the hallway towards you, right, Kimmy?
Yeah, oh yeah. I remember that.
Jesus. We're all standing there looking at each other like, what do we do now? Because that is our way out. And yeah.
And there's a ball coming at us. And it never made it into the room.
Yeah.
It was a secondary thought on the fact that you and Dustin and Dana were at the bottom of the chute, but it was secondary. We were going to leave you.
Oh, that's what good friends do. They leave their other friends.
You weren't by yourself.
At the bottom of a place called the Death Tunnel.
You're fine. You were fine. It was the second time you went back down there. It
was the second time, yeah.
Nope.
No, there's staggers in the steps.
I don't know. It was a lot quicker than that. At least from the top of the stairs. It sounded pretty quick, didn't it, Kimmy?
Oh, definitely.
I've never run away on an investigation, but I definitely have walked fast.
Like the mall walker type thing.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh my, exactly like that, with just as much fucking purpose. Just
Yep, that's right.
Oh,
Damn
I'm out.
straight.
Yeah. Too funny.
Oh gosh, Cynthia said she was gonna sacrifice you and Kim.
Not nice at all.
I know. Man.
God, now I know where we stand.
I would sacrifice myself for you and Kim.
Aw, that's because you love us.
That's right. See? Haha. Take notes, Chris.
so if there's ever a situation where a phantom ball shows up, I should just throw myself in front of it. I can do that.
Exactly.
Okay.
You better do that. Don't worry.
Allison has volunteered to throw herself at balls for me. Have you?
That's all right. Yeah. And if something happens to you, I will be there to take care of Kelly.
Oh, I will die content then.
Just know I won't be alone.
And that's all I need. I'm getting this weird little movie in my head where it's like you hear the ball bouncing down the hallway and it's like a back to the recorder and then in slow motion like no, like catching a bullet, but it's that like red dodgeball from elementary school, like,
and that's what it was.
Yeah.
the one that for some reason you can hear, like you
Right.
when I describe that dodgeball, you hear it. That
Oh, yeah.
You do. You literally do. And when
As
that
it goes
fucker
through the air?
hits, man,
Those things hurt.
it
Those
does.
things hurt.
It does.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a good time. We'll have to try to figure out. I don't know when we're going to do another big trip like that, but we'll have to try to figure out something.
one of these days.
Yeah. Yeah, vacation issues.
Oh,
Yeah.
We just need to win that damn lottery and
It would solve
be
all of our
independently
problems.
wealthy, and then we don't have to worry about how much vacation we have.
that's right. Exactly. I know.
And
I
then
would
we
say, man, if I could win the lottery, but I'd have to play it first to be able to.
Same.
and some poopy head in Washington, I guess, won the last one. So
Go fucking.
did they
figure.
not know that was mine?
No
Yeah.
kidding.
Probably not.
Jeez. No fair at all. No fair. We would rent out every haunted location. We'd all go out there to get it. It would be totally covered. It'd be great.
Yes.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
I
We need
can't
to-
even win on the scratch offs.
I hear ya. I do. We should do Missouri State Penn, though, because we didn't get to go there. You guys went to Missouri State Penn, though, right?
Twice.
We've been there twice.
Yeah. We have not yet.
Twice.
I would like to go. I would like
But
to
the
go there.
first-
Yeah.
The first time we went with that Ghost Hunt USA. never
Oh,
did.
that doesn't
yeah.
count.
No.
There was
Uh-oh.
oh gosh, Kim was having to hold me back. There was a bitch on there. I was gonna fucking she was gonna become an inmate there, like
Well, from
for
the
life.
sound of things, I don't know that there's going to be a whole lot more of those Ghost Hunt USA.
I was gonna say, like, honestly, from like everything I hear, I've never actually been on one, so I can't speak for myself directly. But like in the paranormal world, there's on occasion like something that almost it looks like a villainous character comes up, and Ghost Hunt USA sounds like one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there was like hundreds of people there, and there was one girl.
Yeah.
One girl there, and you'd hear the spirit box, and it'd just be like, pss, 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 and she's like, "God does not like us," or some shit like that. I'm like, "Where the fuck
God.
did you get that from? Like, what are you making up? Like,
From the schizophrenia that's running through her head.
Did you hear it? It said
Probably.
"kill Zach."
yeah." Oh God! And then we were doing that human pendulum thing, and some guy next to me, he fucking hit the floor. He passed out, and they had to call an ambulance.
Oh my God.
And they said at the beginning, if we call an ambulance, you're paying for it.
And then he didn't end up going with him. He came back. I'm like, oh hell, here we go. He's gonna fucking pass out again. Like, what the fuck? Like,
Oh.
he hit that concrete so.
Well, and that's always the feedback that I've heard. It's just way too many people and
It is.
very expensive. And yeah, so
And it's never quiet. No one
No.
shuts
No.
up.
No, we tried to run equipment. We were like, oh, it's quiet here, and then people come running through, and because they don't know what the fuck they're doing, and their lights, and they about step on Kim's equipment. I'm just like, oh Lord, please, I'm gonna.
we could
Like-
probably fit that one in still this year. Because we could do that one in a weekend,
Oh,
right?
definitely. I'm be curious to see what their
Cynthia
availability
said
looks
she's
like.
down to go to Missouri State.
Yeah, I'm willing to go again.
Hell
Yeah, we'd have to see what they have open.
Guess what we're doing after the podcast?
Right?
Nice. What's this after the podcast shit?
Oh, Kelly's gonna get distracted right fucking now.
Yeah, entertain.
That's right.
Entertain the girls.
Entertain.
Hell, I do that shit too. You can multitask. Shit, I'm always posting about everybody's podcast while I'm on the fucking treadmill.
Oh, you can multitask. She cannot multitask.
Ow, you're hurting my feelings here. I hear what you're saying.
And is it incorrect?
A little.
Is it though?
I mean, a little.
But is it though?
I can do some things at the same time. I can.
So the Eagles and the Chiefs for the Super Bowl.
Go Chiefs!
Go Chiefs!
Sorry, I'm a Chiefs fan.
5 hour. Oh no, that's if you go with somebody else.
Oh,
Nope, that's somebody else. That's with somebody else. I want the whole damn building. I want the calendar. That's really what I want. Keep talking.
Oh no, we'll wait for you.
Okay, fine.
It's going to take a while. Do we need to do the Jeopardy sound?
Intermission.
Yeah.
I don't know how long we can do that before copyright starts listening in these motherfuckers.
Yeah, all it says is call to book, so we'd have to call to ask him anyways.
Well, that's stupid.
I know, right?
If we go silent on your show, they'll think they're on our show.
That's what I was going to say. I'm like, we're listening to REP.
Something's wrong with their computer again.
Yeah, no shit.
So you are also very prone to tech problems.
Good Lord.
Thank God it's not just us.
Last week I was trying to get on to do our show, and I'm like, what the fuck? It wouldn't let me log into our computer. And
it decided to download.
It decided to do a fucking update. And it didn't say anything about an update. And I'm like, what's going on? And all of a sudden, Windows 11 is updating. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Like, this is not the time for this. You did not ask my permission.
Exactly. Nothing came up saying that they were going to update, and and then you can just click to do it in an hour or whatever. Nope.
So,
yeah, I don't think it's going to give us a calendar, so we're probably going to have to call.
So today I turned on the computer as soon as I got home from work at 4 and watched it. Are you going to update now or?
It's weirdly persistent because if you stall, it's like, you gonna update? When are you gonna update? You know what you should be doing right now? Updating.
Are you going to schedule your update? Don't forget your update.
You're going to schedule your update for 2 a.m. And then it doesn't do the fucking update
right?
at 2 a.m.
It's like, just, you asked me if I would. I set it up. Just do the damn thing.
Yep. Exactly.
Mine's set at midnight, and it won't do it.
Yeah.
It does it during our show.
Yeah.
It seems like a reasonable time.
Right?
Right.
It figures out when it's most inconvenient, and that's when it does it.
Yep. Exactly.
Yep.
That's why I don't like computers. But I've got 3 of them now.
Yeah, Kim has 3 computers.
Jesus.
I know.
I guess I'm looking at 2 right now, but the one's not really
that
as much.
One's really
I was going to say,
old.
it's not so much a computer as it is a noisy paperweight.
It's a dinosaur. I think that's one Austin built. I'm not 100% sure of that, but I think that might be one that Austin built. It's old. Yeah.
Well,
This is our new baby.
For our videos to upload on Facebook, well, we got them in the computer, now we can't get them uploaded.
Yeah, it's going through some shit, won't let me upload them, so it's like, I am not a techie person. I'm really not. That's why we don't post a lot of videos or anything like that, because I get too frustrated. I don't have the patience. I am a very high-strung person.
Really?
So for me to sit here for an hour to do a podcast is like, I have to have some wine.
Why that's why she's on the inside and she can't get out.
Yeah. If something's not going my way, I will literally probably throw one of these computers through. I'm not gonna lie.
It's good to know. Keep her away from our equipment.
I won't throw your equipment. I haven't thrown.
That's why she don't have an SB7 anymore, because she threw it.
I threw that son of a bitch. It was like what, in our first year or something that we were investigating, and we were in the kitchen. Huh?
We were in Edinburgh.
Oh yeah, we were down in the cafeteria, and it said some weird ass shit, and I'm like, nope, but I threw that fucker.
Jesus.
And now it doesn't work. And I was like, son of a bitch, that thing was the best SB7 I ever had, and now the son of a bitch won't work.
can't imagine why it wouldn't work now.
No. I'm like, man, I didn't throw it that hard, but apparently I did. All the wires are fucking busted.
Yeah, because that was our next piece. That was our. Let's see, we bought the K2, and then you bought the SB7, and that was the only equipment we'd bought for quite a while.
Yeah, exactly.
So what I'm hearing is, in the space of seconds, she took out 50% of your equipment.
Right. Yes, I did. Like, nope, ain't gonna listen to that shit no more.
Okay, we're gonna go back to don't let Alison touch
Oh yeah, most definitely not. I was really trying to think back, and I don't think once in my life have I ever like got something awesome out of a piece of equipment, but like fuck that shit.
No, it was like, whoa, it was terrifying. Like, it was a lady, and I don't remember exactly what she said, but I just know the tone of her voice and everything. I'm like, fuck that. Boom.
Yeah,
Way it went.
It went flying clear across the dining
So
room.
in the realm of freeze, fight, or flight,
Yeah.
Alison definitely falls fight.
Yep, I do. Yeah.
If it's not her equipment flying, it's dolls flying. So
That's fair. That is totally fair.
I don't know that I fall into one of those categories.
I almost punched a coworker today.
Oh, shit.
Oh, that's great. That's a way to win friends and influence people.
So-
Well, there's times I have that feeling too.
Oh
but-
yeah, me too.
So
I'm guessing his was involuntary. Mine are
Oh,
always
yeah.
voluntary.
no, totally involuntary. Like it's the thing at work. Like if people know Chris is the ghost hunter, and we've already covered the fact that despite this this all encompassing thing in my life, I'm an absolute chicken shit. Like I jump so fucking
He won't
easy.
go through the haunted house with me, Allison. Why do you think I always have to go with you?
I know.
I
right?
will if I drink heavily enough.
Because I have
promise
bigger.
that's a lot.
I have bigger balls.
That's right.
Oh,
I think I was just traumatized as a child, and now I feel bad about myself.
Traumatized as a child.
I don't know. I can't trust Allison in haunted houses either. She leaves me behind.
But like they try to like
I mean,
scare me
they
now at
really
work.
cut us off. Last year I had no issues whatsoever. Except
Yeah.
for I was about up Taylor.
Because they know your face now.
Yeah, that's right. They're like, I ain't messing with that bitch. She'll punch
She's
me.
her hands.
She throws hands. Yeah. Oh gosh.
Oh.
Yeah, absolutely. Got back ready to punch a coworker today. It was great.
What did they?
Oh, because they
Yes.
they realize I'm a chicken shit now, so they decide to like hide place and try to jump out and scare me.
Oh my.
And it was a good one, but he was also in like proximity, and I was like angled just right where I realized like my only option is to swing, and
Oh, geez.
it was caught back.
Probably one of the closest times that we got to him either having a heart attack or me catching a fist. He was in the shower, and I opened the shower curtain, and he about lost it.
Have you not seen Psycho? Thank
No,
you.
That's what I was gonna say.
That's exactly it. It's Psycho to a T. Also, there is a next level vulnerability when something
you're in
scary
the shower.
happens and you're fucking naked.
Oh, yeah. No, but this is why when I used to have to travel by myself and I'd be in a hotel room by myself, I wouldn't shower.
Oh,
Because, like, it's
you lock all the
vulnerable.
doors.
It doesn't matter if the doors are locked. Those killers have ways of getting through
You get
things.
you get shampoo in your eyes because you don't close your eyes while you're like rinsing out because like you can't close your eyes for a second.
No, you just, which is really bad. Like when I
Goodbye.
had to travel for a week for work, because eventually I had to shower, and oh my god, it was so bad. It was so uncomfortable. But if it's like one night, I won't shower at a hotel. I'll shower right before we leave and right when we get home.
Nice.
Yeah, it's too vulnerable. No. So if you guys are ever out on investigation with me and I stink, let me know.
I haven't smelled you yet, so you're good.
you're good.
You just need to get closer, Allison.
I was just
Well, I
about to
tried to
say,
hop on your lap the last time, but
the
I don't
last
wanna
time, it's like
injure
every
you.
fucking
I
time.
was going to say last time probably wasn't the best idea. My knee was not.
I know that's why I was like, that's why I just leaned over like this because I'm like, oh, I don't want to hurt.
Oh, but it's all ready for you, baby. It's getting all
Okay.
filled up. Next time I see ya, yeah.
Okay.
Remember that
all
production
right.
at the start of the show?
This is why I had knee surgery, so I can put you back in my lap, girly.
All right. Woo! Yeah.
It wasn't so I could walk better. Jeez.
Yeah. So my ass could sit on your lap.
That is right. Priorities. Oh my gosh. Okay, so where do we go now?
Yeah.
Um,
You always have to go down a rabbit hole at some
Darren's
point.
Does it
asked a
say
lot of
first
questions.
base?
Do we need to?
When doesn't Darren
I've never
answer a
done
lot of
that. Oh.
questions? I was kind of mean.
Kidding.
So yes, Darren has a bunch of questions,
So we
I've
haven't been
been
ignoring you,
writing
Darren.
them
We've
down.
said that there.
No, so Darren, if you have more questions, feel free to fire away.
We may not get to them all, but we're writing them down. We promise.
I mean, do you guys have somewhere to be? Usually we're like kind of up because
No.
Shay's in a different time zone.
No.
Yeah, that's right, Darren. Remember to like and share. And now it's time for a paranormal roundtable based on Darren questions. It's the Dare Bear questionnaire.
Oh, good lord. Here we go.
Oh, look at you go.
I like that.
Look at you go.
Can we do that every episode, Darren? We need at least 12 questions every episode so we can have a Dare Bear questionnaire segment. All right. Everybody, first question.
Sin.
Sin's leaving? Aww.
Yeah, she's
Bye,
leaving.
Sin. Love you.
Okay.
Darren's too tired to ask more questions.
That's okay. We have
He's
questions.
probably pissed because
See,
I told
yes,
him. He's
bitch.
like, "Oh, I don't run away." That's like because you can't see nothing on an investigation.
Because you
I'm
don't
so
see
mean.
the shit we see, Darren.
I'm so mean. I'm so mean.
All right. So, speaking of seeing things on investigation, a full-bodied apparition is something that you're able to manifest, like just once. Kind of like a meet and greet with a dead person.
Mhm.
Who would you meet, and what would you say to them?
Jim, you go first for this one.
I don't know. And I've heard this question so many times on different shows.
I know. I've just never thought of it myself, honestly. Like, I don't know. I mean, me, it would have to be Kim's niece, Katie. Like,
Oh.
she was my best friend. She passed away when I was 10. But we had some unfinished business. I found some letters that kind of upset me, and so I'd just like to talk to her and see where she was with that, because it just kind of it's unsettling to me what she had written. So that would be it.
I still say she's at your house anyway.
I still think she's
At
the
your
second
mom's.
one that showed up. Yeah.
That's not creepy at all.
Yeah, not creepy at all. But we were every time she was here, we were always together. So
Yeah.
Let's see. Who would I want? Probably one of my best friends, my grandma,
Yeah.
because we did everything together, and she actually got me to listen to waltzes and everything, because that's all she wanted to listen to.
Is that where the polkas come from too?
Yep.
oh god.
Okay.
Yeah. The only thing I don't like in music now is rap, but pretty much everything else she listened to, so I listened to it. I used to take her fishing and everything.
They don't do this.
No, they don't do that anymore.
We take
The
road trips.
kids don't do that anymore, Chris.
No.
Hmm.
No.
But I miss talking to her and having her jokes around. Because she was always playing jokes on everybody.
Which grandma?
Grandma, my mom's mom.
So
The one that likes to have a cockroach coffee cup.
yes,
The cockroach was built in the coffee, but she'd make sure you would get it.
we used to go.
Oh
to her
my
house.
God.
We used to go to her house when
Yeah.
I was little.
Yeah,
One of them used to give me a quarter.
Grandma.
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, I remember that. Isn't that sad? And I used to call her dad's mom was Vernal. I used to call her Grandma Vernal. Be like, Grandma Vernal.
Yep.
I'd always called her Grandma Vernal.
Yeah.
I had a ton of grandmas though, like growing up that weren't my biological grandmas.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Not grandmas as much as moms and dads.
And moms too, yeah.
Yeah. I had 3 sets of parents, so yeah.
My grandma, if you told her a dirty joke, you were her friend for life. If
Good
you
to
came
know.
up with a good one she had never heard of, you were her friend for life.
Yeah.
Awesome. What else?
Trying to remember a dirty joke. So you met my Aunt Linda at this point, right?
Yeah. Yeah, she's a hoot.
Do we have time for a dirty joke?
I don't care. Did this come from Aunt Linda? Oh my gosh.
God.
Oh gosh.
Um,
Okay. you got to preface this whole thing by she is the typical sweet little old lady, right?
Yes.
She stands all of 5 foot tall. She's got her little curler hair and just.
But she was also a woman in the Navy in like the 70s.
Okay, see, but you don't know that from looking at her now. She looks like this sweet.
Oh yeah, she looks like a sweet old lady.
Yeah.
But like prior to that, she was like a woman in the Navy in the 70s, and like I feel like that's almost really all you have to say.
Carry on. And Linda joke.
So there's a factory, and the foreman's running the factory, and he realizes, oh shoot, we're losing money some places. We're gonna have to, get rid of some employees. And they're looking down at the specifics, and it comes down to a man named Jack and a lady named Mary Sue. Foreman calls Mary Sue into the office, and he's there's no easy way to say this, but I want to get your input on this. We're going to need to either lay you or Jack off. And she says, you go ahead, I have a headache.
Good one, Aunt Linda.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so good.
She's a hoot. She's a hoot.
She's a hoot.
Oh my God, that's great.
Okay, anything too sour, her exact expression is, I'll pucker your pussy so you can't piss. I don't know if you've been around for one of those yet.
I don't think I've heard that one come from her.
God.
Don't think I've heard that one come out of her yet.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Okay, on to the next
up,
question.
the Dare Bear question.
Okay. Moving on.
So we were talking about like the equipment we were using earlier tonight, and we've talked like spirit boxes, but we were also talking like we've got these old real recorders, the camcorders that like sit on your shoulder, not because it's in like a functionality choice, is because they're so damn big. That's the only option to carry it. When it comes to like new or old gear, do you have a preference? Is there like do we think there's a pro or a con to either of these things?
I honestly like some of the older equipment, because I think some of the newer equipment, there's so many factors that you have to debunk because they're so sensitive to different, you have all these EMF ones. Well, there's so much EMF in some of these old buildings, you can't tell what's what. But like, if you went in with one of your old recorders, a digital recorder and a camcorder, I think that's really all you need. So
I'm thinking that too. We're gonna try the old recorders with the cassette tapes. I found some old cassette tapes, and we're gonna take our recorder next time and try that.
And I think there's probably truth to this, and I've heard Chris say this before. That basically technology now has so many things built into it to reduce the background noise, the whispers, the things that we're specifically looking for, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so is it going to filter things out and make it to the point that we can't hear it when that's what we're looking for?
Right.
And same for the cameras, they're made to make you not take a bad picture, which includes smudges, blurs, mists, shadows,
We're going to try our Polaroid.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Polaroid.
Yeah, that's something I've been wanting to do for quite a while now.
And I do get curious though, because when it comes to like the equipment that we use, and people have been getting spirit photography and EVPs for the longest time, and I totally agree that simpler is better. I'd be curious to see if they'd almost have a hard time readjusting, if that makes sense. Like they've learned to communicate from basically a tape to electronically imprinting themselves on an audio recorder, from going from silver nitrate that they used to take like the old timey pictures to like embedding themselves on electronic equipment. If there's like maybe that old stuff was easier, if they're just kind of learning with the times just like we do, like they're kind of adapting to the technology that we use. Yeah, definitely. Like I think simpler is better. The older stuff, there's definitely something to that.
Yes. Well, and I guess if you look at it, even
I'd be curious to try like a side by side, basically, like have an EVP session with a modern digital recorder and that old reel to reel, and see what that looks like side by side.
And I don't know that it's even, kind of following up on that theory, as much as you would think, well, they're learning how to use and manipulate the newer equipment. What if it's just so sophisticated that you can't? Because they build programs at this point. Like, I'm thinking like computers, they make it so I can't break it, And so it's got so many firewalls basically in place to stop you from having those things and figuring out ways to get through them. Is it going to stop a spirit from figuring out how to manipulate it too?
Right.
And I mean, when you think about it, like if you were to, because I do have a harder time with a lot of like the newer equipment, but you can't, like you can refute like, oh, there's a random electromagnetic spike because of, crappy wiring in the walls.
Right.
There's, all these X factors with this new equipment. There's no question that something like actually moved. There's no question that like something actually like tapped on the wall in response to the question you asked.
Yeah.
Right. Right. Exactly. Which I was going through some Kim's old recordings from our like very first investigation at Farrar, and this has happened to us a couple times in the library. And in the first time we actually heard it was with Jim Beck, and he did the
shaven haircut.
Yeah, shaven haircut knock, and it responded back. Well, as I'm going through our recorder, we're in the library, and Kim does it, and we literally got 2 knocks back. But this is sad. This is from almost 10 years ago, and I'm just listening to it, and I'm like, holy
that sounds like us.
That's okay.
Holy
You're fine. Totally fine.
Literally got a response back on the recorder. It was pretty damn cool. And it always happens in that room in the library at Farrar.
Kind of weird shit.
So far.
Story.
All the times that we've done it with Jim, it's happened. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Why am I having trouble thinking where the library's at?
Second floor, take a right, like 2 doors down.
On the left?
On the right.
On the right?
No, wait. Yeah, on the right.
Okay, so it's not like a ton of books and stuff still in there.
No,
but there is a bookcase right inside the door to your
it's pretty cleared out.
There's some books in there now, and there's a couple little desks.
I think there's a
couple
bookcase
desks,
right
stacks
inside
of books,
the door.
some cards with this old like hieroglyphic text that I think they called the Dewey Decimal System.
Yeah.
What is
They
that?
had the game of life in there too. They used to have the game of life in there.
Well, that's just mean.
Irony. We always tried to get him to spin it.
I know. We always try to get him to spin the little thing for the game of life, but.
Do we need to buy a game of life and start taking it?
No, definitely not.
There's
not too many things to make me go, is that in poor taste?
I know, right?
I think we found one.
Oh, that's too funny. Oof. Oh my gosh. Okay.
All right, next question on the Dare Bear questionnaire. A person or team, this is a shakeup from the last time this question was asked on our show. A person or team you would like to investigate with?
Hell, I don't know. I investigate with everybody that I want
so
to
far.
right now.
I think we threw in this like little caveat last time, alive or dead.
Actually, I'd like to investigate with John Tenney.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah.
I think he's interesting.
I do too. But other than that, I don't really know because I investigate with everybody that I want to now. There's nobody else out there that I really care to other than, I mean, there's some people that listen to us, yeah, like on our shows that I think would be kind of cool to investigate with. But probably won't ever happen because they're in different states and we never go anywhere.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
We don't make it too far, but
Illinois, Missouri.
And I went to Waverly
You
with
went
them.
to Waverly, yeah.
I was going to say, I don't know. Sometimes I watch you guys and it's like, damn, they're going someplace every weekend.
I know.
It was
I get jelly. I get jelly.
Yeah, you get jelly. You guys are always on the go. Like, shit, I'm like, I don't have nothing. I don't have anything for a long ass time. I'm like,
she's having
withdrawals. Like,
it's weird how that happens though, right? Like by the end of the winter, you're like fucking itchy. You're just like,
like literally twitching. It's time to go investigate something.
Exactly.
I keep asking her when her mom's gonna go away for the weekend.
You know what? This weekend they're going up to my Aunt Becky's.
There we go.
There we go.
We can go investigate.
Y'all got a plan.
Tripwire, here we come. We're gonna try out the tripwire. Shit, things pop it. Like, she's got so much shit moving on her in that house, and like my girls, like, we set up cameras one night because my parents were gone all weekend, so we set up Kim's cameras to her DVR system. And we walk in the house and we're like, holy shit, that candle just came up in the hallway. And my daughter was over there. She's like, it just came on. I'm like, yeah. And she's like, can I ask questions? I'm like, go for it. Can I get them to go anywhere else with me now? Hell no. Nope. They don't want to take any part.
At the end of the show, remind me that I want to proposition you.
Ooh, is this a good thing or a bad thing?
Can't bad be good?
That's true.
On that note, I'm going to take a pee break. I'll be back, guys. You enjoy each other.
You know, the funny part about this, Allison, is I think you were probably the only one that he actually feels threatened by.
That is so goddamn true.
I think he's not 100% sure if we're joking or not. We'll just keep him guessing.
We'll just keep him guessing, that's for sure.
It's good for him.
That's right. Keeps him on
his toes.
That's right.
See, yep.
That's right.
Makes him stay attentive.
Yep.
All right. Let me see if I can read his handwriting here.
Oh shit, he actually wrote them down? I didn't know.
Yeah.
I watched him. He was right.
I gotta make sure I don't push the button. Can you guys? I can't see us. Can you see that?
Not really. Shit, his handwriting is just
Here,
not as bad as mine.
Let me get back to where I can see what's going on here. Boop, boop. Can I see? Yeah, he writes it down.
Okay, all right.
It's my little erasable thing, and so I was trying to make sure I didn't hit the button because then it all goes away. So.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Then he'd come back and they'd all be gone, and he'd yell at me, and no, he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't. He would know I touched it and that it broke. So,
yeah.
All right. So, what locations are the toughest to investigate? And I'm going to add and why.
I don't know if we've come across the really.
Well, kind of. To me, the toughest is when you're not getting nothing. You want to sit there and provoke, but you don't want to because you gotta give them respect. But the place is all quiet. It's like, okay, well now what do we try? And
right, yeah.
But other than that,
I haven't come across one yet. But I think maybe if we went to some out-of-state locations, that I may find a challenge.
Yeah.
These other ones I've been to so many times that even though I have a history with Malvern and I've had different attachments from there and stuff, I feel like I can still handle it.
Yeah.
Have I been replaced since I went away?
Wouldn't you like to know?
What happens on the podcast stays on the podcast.
No, it doesn't. It's a live stream put out in the world forever. We're literally on Spotify, Kelly.
Well, guess what? They ain't gonna tell you, so.
Okay, I'll just re-listen.
No,
that's the thing.
No,
it doesn't stay on the podcast.
A thing there, so when you try to re-listen, it's gonna say. Nope.
Yeah, you're blocked from this.
You're
episode.
blocked.
It's just censored.
I asked that
That's
one.
That's right.
That's the one we're on right now.
Oh, okay. Toughest to investigate locations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like I said, I haven't come across one yet, but like I said, maybe if we go out of state, I might meet a challenge. So that's my bucket list. Is I want to get somewhere else, out of state. There's several of them. I'd love to go to the Black Swan Inn. I'd really like to go there.
I don't know.
I'm trying to figure out what the top of my bucket list is.
What is the
now.
Black Swan Inn? Do I know this one?
You should. It's been on TV a lot.
Yeah.
But it just
would...
looks. It's such a cool place. It's so cool. Just
y'all are blinking in it out of the picture, and you're kind of freaking me the fuck out.
It's borderline trippy.
Maybe we're
Now
not
Allison's
here.
gone.
Maybe we're.
Or
Oh,
Kim's
there
just
she is.
gone. There she. Oh.
Yeah, because we gotta use
We're
the
glitching
camera.
out of the matrix. Okay.
My camera died on us. So.
Yes.
Oh, you're all
There's a
good, hun.
little peephole that the government can watch us on. Can you see up here?
I worry about stuff like that though. Like I'll throw things over my camera hole because it's like I don't want to take the chance that they're watching.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
She's not going to tell the story, but I'll tell the story.
Oh, here we go.
I've seen her take a
Literally.
work meeting in the bathtub before.
Oh, it's not a work meeting. I've listened to trainings.
Oh, I'm sorry. Listen to a work training from the bathtub.
There'll be
before.
there'll be like presentations that all I have to do is listen, or it's a training that all I have to do is listen. So I'll go take a bath while I'm listening. I'm a multitasker. See, I told you I could multitask.
Yes. Right.
Do you think you ever get, Kim was saying when you get someplace and nothing happens, and that what made me think of this. Have you guys ever been to a location like you were so excited to be there, you've heard all of these things about it, and you get there and like nothing happens?
I know what you're talking about.
We have had that, but now that we've had that, I don't go in with any expectations. Like, I don't want to hear what everybody else has found or anything. I want to go in and experience it for myself.
Yeah.
So that way, if I don't have any expectations, if something doesn't happen, oh well, something didn't happen. And plus, I know that now, something's not going to happen every time you go somewhere.
Right.
You're going to have those times where you're not going to get anything, and that's just how it is. Spirits don't always want to talk to you. Maybe they just want to be like, fuck off, get out of my place,
They are
I'm
very
done.
antisocial this night. Yeah.
Exactly. And there might be nights where they're really active. So everybody's going to get something different when they go. Like, not everybody's going to get the same damn thing.
Right.
I've always kind of subscribed to the idea that maybe sometimes they just get a little bit sick of it.
I think so. I honestly... Oh, shit.
You're unplugging yourself.
I just unplugged myself. Sorry.
I don't even know what that
I got
means.
a little excited. My headphones.
Oh.
No wonder she's smiling so much. Oh, I told you the story my coworker shared with me about a plug-in. I'll have to share it. That is
no. This is a podcast story.
Yeah,
you started. You have to finish on the podcast.
Is this one of those ones you can like plug into like a cigarette lighter or something, or
no,
USB, and you can just. Oh.
No, you plug it into a wall like a normal outlet, but it was during a thunderstorm.
Oh shit!
And her house got struck by lightning, and it threw her off the bed.
No, it doesn't happen in real. You just described something in like a fucking Adam Sandler movie, because that is the most over the top bullshit I've ever heard. Wait, like actually?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
They made ones that plug in. When she was getting to the point where her house got struck by lightning and it threw her off the bed. Wow.
Statistically speaking, did she go buy a fucking lottery ticket?
I just said.
I know, right? She should have.
Yeah. There you go. There's a visual for you guys.
Oh my god.
That sounds like a weird like indie album though, like masturbating in a thunderstorm, like.
Oh my god. Okay. So we're talking about this, and I look down at Jen.
Oh, we can't see Chad anymore. What happened?
And Darren's like, I had that happen last week. And I thought...
Darren for the win.
I think he was talking about having too many people in a haunted location that it ruined his session. Not
Forever and a day. Well, I tell people, I know a guy.
Vibrator in a thunderstorm.
Electric slide. We fucking derailed.
Hey, we have made it an hour and 10 minutes before we went completely off the track.
I fucking love it. Can we edit this out? Does it have to go straight to Spotify?
This is gonna get us more viewers.
Jake,
It's sex appeal here. Come on now.
This is Shay's fault for not being here to babysit. I blame Shay.
Oh shit! Then it must be my fault since I'm the one running.
Oh.
I better get my ruler out. Come on, children, let's go. Come on.
I can't look at that statement from Darren anymore. I had that happen last week.
I'm gonna snort.
Have you ever heard her laugh so hard she snorts? Oh my god, it's the best thing ever. And there we go.
You sound like the guy from Nerds that left me.
Oh my god.
Holy shit. Oh.
Oh my god.
This is the worst podcast ever. These sons of bitches just laughed themselves for 10 minutes straight.
Can you imagine if somebody does turn this on and they fast forward to get to the good stuff and this is what they come in on?
A lady was thrown off her bed by a vibrator in a light storm.
No.
And then it happened to somebody in the chat exactly like that last week. And
Plot twist. Different genders.
Gosh, I don't need to do abs tomorrow because holy shit.
Oh, the problem is I did them today.
oh
I
my
did
gosh.
too. I did legs and abs today, and I'm like,
Holy shit. Oh.
I have tears coming down my face.
Oh.
Thanks for the laugh, Darren. We totally lost Kelly.
Holy shit.
And Kim is in the Matrix. She's totally gone for this. She got hit by that damn lightning
I
storm.
got a lightning storm going on, see?
Kim, unplug it from the outlet.
Oh my god. Oh. So I'm like 2 weeks removed from slipping a rib.
Oh no.
And I thought I was doing better.
Oh my gosh. Ow.
Ouch.
Gosh, that sucks.
It's okay, it's worth it. Oh my goodness. Whew. Whew.
I
Are
know.
we better?
Ooh, I think
I
so.
think so.
Holy shit.
Oh my lord.
I need a chair because I think Kelly's gone. Oh, we've just been laughing the whole time you've been gone.
Oh, okay.
I was like, we totally lost
My
Kelly.
ugly laugh?
That's what you call it.
I call it that. You're not allowed to call it that.
I'm sorry. What am I supposed to call it?
Cute, maybe? I don't
It is
know.
cute.
It's not. It's ugly. So, my side hurts.
Why?
I slipped a couple ribs. I actually just clicked, was letting them know. I
Legitimately hurt himself.
a couple weeks ago, lifting, hurt myself, and I actually thought I was doing better. I'm back at the gym this week, and it was feeling okay until today,
And then Kim and Allison happened.
And then Kim and Allison happened.
I know. God.
All it took was a night with Kim and Allison, and his ribs are out of place again.
Oh, yeah.
Again, fucking
Gosh,
again.
dang, I know, right? Gosh, dang, can't take us anywhere. We're just a little too rough and naughty, I guess. We're too
Don't make
rough to
promises you
handle.
can't live up to, girl. Oh my god. Okay. We are at an hour 15.
That's
Are we
fine.
keep it going?
Got all the time in the world, and you shouldn't be.
Kimmy, what time do you have to be up in the morning, hon?
5.
Yeah, me
I'm
too.
good.
Oh, damn. I would
Yeah,
have
so
been
we
in bed
don't
an hour
have
and a
all
half
the
ago.
time, so.
We good.
I have a long ass day tomorrow, but
I
All right.
Same.
Well, we have one more question on the Dare Bear questionnaire.
yeah, that's fine.
But I love that you called it that.
Well, I have to follow suit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have no idea what
So
the
nobody
last
in
word said.
chat's going to be able to read this, but I'll show Kim and Allison. So my
She
handwriting.
already pulled
been
it
a-
up. I can't. I'm like,
Oh.
shit, your handwriting's just about as bad as mine. I can't read it. I'm really blind. I need glasses, honestly.
Do you think you could
if I told you that was a cursive F?
What? What?
Perform.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You think you could perform?
No shit. Perform.
Oh, is that an exorcism?
Yes.
Exorcism.
No.
That's.
I don't think I could perform
Circumcision.
I'll be willing to try a circumcision.
That's fucking
But
fine.
an exorcism, no.
No.
I'm not gonna even try to do that, considering I've never seen anybody do it. I've never been trained to do it. I wouldn't want to try it on somebody, and totally all hell breaks loose. So no, I would not. And no, I don't think I could.
I don't.
I might need one on myself, but I don't think I could perform one. Yeah, but I don't think I could perform one on somebody else. No.
Kelly?
I think if we ever encounter something that is actually up with the magnitude of a demon, the 1 in a million chance that actually happens, it's going to be well beyond what I can do.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to have a different answer. So I'm going to preface this with my idea of, so exorcism implies possession. Possession just implies basically a very strong outward force on a person that's,
I think I might know where you're heading with this.
Do I think I could get that person to believe that they could shrug this off? Because at the end of the day, I think that's what is actually going on with anything that, a person would call an exorcism.
I would agree
because
with that.
There are exorcisms, and honestly, that would change the answer to it depends on who. Because I feel like I was raised very Christian. I feel like I could spew enough, Christian, the verses and the words that would resonate correctly with the person to help them through that situation.
I think there's a lot of truth in that, though, because
but I don't think I could do it with, a Hindu person. Because they also have demonic possessions, and they also have their own exorcism rites, and this, same with a lot of cultures across the world.
But could you? Because I guess I'm going to go back to think of most of the time when we see somebody be affected by something at a haunted location. It's not because there's something truly attached to them. It's not because there's a demon. It's because they believe that they have been affected. And if we have the ability to sway their belief, then in a sense we're still exercising them of that belief, which that belief might be their demon, not in the literal sense of the word, but but it's funny how when you have somebody who And you see this when you go on public events all the time. You see it happen. I'm sure you guys have too, where you'll have somebody who's like, oh, attachments, you've been affected by this energy. And lo and behold, it happens more often if somebody like that is there.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
It's like most people don't know they have an attachment or possessed until somebody else has told them you have this.
Or told them that if it happens to you, I can help. You know, and then all of a sudden it happens. Yeah. And it's like, was that seed planted in that
right? Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I guess going back to the original question though, because that's more like a psychosomatic episode as opposed to a
true exorcism,
a true exorcism.
Right.
Yeah,
which it's very hard to distinguish between the two.
Right? Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
If we ever encounter the 1 in a million true demon, no, I don't know that I could do it.
Right.
I'd try to help, but
exactly. Yeah, I don't think I can do it.
That would be the same as me trying to cast out a super good power.
But that's also the person in the situation who's allegedly possessed. My brain almost goes to an analogy of almost like a disease, like this person has a disease, and you can be the doctor giving them the medicine. But at the end of the day, it's not the medicine that's doing all the work. The person's actual immune system has to be the one to kick that out, if that makes sense. And do I think I can provide a proper medicine depending on the person? I don't know, maybe.
It'd be interesting.
Because I feel like if I'm in that situation, I feel like you. Oh,
that's water.
Yeah, I told Darren like water.
But this thing, I think your answer is wrong, because I think if there was ever a situation where, for some reason or another, I've lost myself, I think you would know what to say to me to actually bring me back from that kind of a situation.
Well, yeah, but...
And that would be the exorcism, because I don't follow the, Christian code of conduct, so I don't believe St. Benedict's going to help me out. I don't believe St. Michael's in my corner, because not saying I don't believe in them specifically, but it just wouldn't do as much for me. I don't know what it would be in that situation, but...
We'd have Coyote come help.
Yeah. Thanks for making it complicated, Darren.
Yeah.
Well, that's
God.
I know, right?
All right.
We're chilling in a cool hour and a half.
That's kind of like when she goes into her spells. I can't get her out of them. She wants to kill me. So I've got people on speed dial and hand her my phone. But I can't get her back out of her spells when she goes. I just know when you're going to get you outside. But
That's some grass.
I've tried to get her to come out of it, and she gives me that look like she's going to kill me. And then she throws my crystals at me. That was even worse.
That's evil. What the hell?
And honestly, assault with a deadly weapon, depending on the size of the crystal.
I mean,
I know.
Some of the crystals we have, yeah, definitely.
I don't think we have any big ones down here right now.
I know, I was just looking to see. I don't know that we have anything good size down here right now. Well,
that labradorite tower would suck.
That would hurt. Unless the salt lamp counts, because that would hurt.
The salt lamp would be pretty awful.
But
hand me a salt lamp the next time. See what you get.
That labradorite tower could hurt.
Oh yeah, especially if you've got like the right arc on it and you got the pointy side down.
Yeah, if you could like dagger throw it at somebody, yeah. Anywho. All right, kids.
We're chilling in a cool almost hour and a half.
I know, right? Holy shit.
I don't want it to end.
Way past, I know. It's way past my bedtime, and I'm having fun, but...
We're having fun because I haven't got my notebook out to draw on.
Yeah, I know. That's what she usually
You want to see what I do when the guests are boring?
Good to know. If I ever see her scribbling away, I'll know that I'm boring her. So.
Yeah, right? I know.
Trying to stay awake.
Well, even if we end this show, I mean, we know where to find them. We can have them back again. So.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
So what do you...
What?
Oh.
Go for it.
I was going to say, what do you have going on or coming up for you guys?
Allison's birthday party in April.
Yeah.
At Melbourne.
Birthday and birthday suits, baby. Oh.
At Melbourne. And the other one we've got booked is the Ashmore in June.
And then we're going to the Horridge House in May.
Oh. I've been very curious to get in there.
I've not been there either.
Yeah, yep, we're gonna go there.
Those are the only ones we've got booked so far.
Yeah.
We still got some booking to do.
Yep. Damn.
Oh, and October, Melbourne again for Christie's Memorial, the second year.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So.
Yep. So we're hitting Melbourne a lot again, but what's new?
Right, yeah.
We love Melbourne.
Yeah.
And you guys go live quite often when you're out on investigations. So anybody who has not followed REP Paranormal, be sure to look them up on Facebook. And where else can they find you?
Facebook, Instagram, on Twitter.
Twitter is Alison at REP Paranormal. And then I also run our Instagram one, which I think is the same thing. Yeah, RE Paranormal 24. So, and then we have our REP Paranormal and Busters on Facebook, and then REP Paranormal and Friends.
Friends on Facebook too.
Uh-huh.
We run them both. So.
Yep.
Awesome.
Like it's about that time.
What do we have coming up?
What do we have coming up?
You have a hair off the tip of your nose. It's really okay.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
Thank you for saving me.
That's what I'm here for.
So, for the sake of time, I'm just going to go out until the month of April. So this upcoming weekend, you can find us at the Dead of Winter event in Alton, Illinois, just right across the river from St. Louis. Last year was an awesome time. We'll be at the Mineral Springs Hotel, which is
an amazing
Oh
location.
my God, very cool
I've
location.
heard that. Yeah,
It almost made me poop and dislocate Kelly's arm at the same time.
Oh my gosh.
Crazy location. Like it sounded like somebody took a piece of rebar and just slapped it against the cement wall.
So there's a basement and there's a sub basement, and in the basement it's pitch black. You turn the lights off, you can't see your hand in front of your face, and we're standing down there in the dark, and he's holding my hand, and yeah, like he said, it sounded like someone took a piece of rebar and just slammed it against something. He was in the air, he was across the room, still holding on to
Sometimes
my
you
hand.
forget you're still attached to a person.
Yeah. It was pretty damn cool.
It was
though.
pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So anyways, that's all. Mineral Springs
So yeah,
Hotel.
Mineral
will be at
Springs
Dead of
Hotel
Winter.
in Alton, Illinois. The weekend after that, we'll be at the Mason House Inn. It's more of a closed dealio, but I mean, there's always a chance of us going live.
Oh, yeah.
So I would definitely keep an eye out for that. The weekend after that is our first intuitive retreat of the year. We're getting ready back at the Mason House, teaching them how to touch their woo-woos.
Get in touch with your woo-woo. Just make sure it's not plugged in. Oh,
Yeah, there's no thunderstorms.
oh sorry.
Don't apologize. That was good. I'm so fucking proud.
Thunderstorms. Oh my God.
Oh my goodness. The weekend after that, which will be the first weekend of March, you can find us at Whispers Herbal Shop in Des Moines. We'll do our Traveler's Moon meet and greet. It is the 1-year anniversary party for Fear and Fascination in Edinburgh Manor. So there'll be a book signing. Like I said before, a big meet and greet. And yeah, just a lot of fun. It's a very cool shop. The weekend after that is going to be, is that Cedar Falls?
Yep. That's
We're going to be in the Cedar Falls.
March 11th and 12th.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is the Cedar Falls.
I'll let you say that because it's your goddamn shindig.
We'll
So March
be there.
11th and 12th is the Cedar Falls Psychic and Paranormal Expo. That's at the BN venue in Cedar Falls, just off Hudson Road. We'll have approximately 40 different vendors, psychics, healers, rocks, gemstones, crystals, sage, oracles, haunted locations, paranormal investigation teams, just kind of all sorts of everything. So that is March 11th and 12th.
And then we look like we might have a weekend off, but let's be honest, we know ourselves better. We'll fill in for them. And then the weekend after that, you can find us at another intuitive retreat in Galveston, Texas.
Ooh, very nice.
Yeah, that was a fun one. We got invited down there to do a paranormal presentation at this intuitive retreat.
Very cool.
We're excited about that.
Yeah.
And then we'll be at Melbourne
Yes.
with
Yes.
beautiful Allison and Kimmy.
Yes.
I don't even get introductions anymore.
Aww. You don't need any introduction, baby. Your pecs introduce you.
I would say, I bet you say that's all the pretty girls, but after the show, I realized you do just say that's all the pretty girls.
I'll say to all the pretty girls. I'm limited. I'm selective. But yeah, so thus begins the madness.
Big schedule coming up. Big schedule.
That's all right. That'll scratch that itch that we've been having. So.
Right, yeah, exactly. See, who's Jelly now? I am Jelly.
Well, you can come hang out with us, see?
Well, we plan on it for your expo.
We'll be there.
Yay.
We'll be running around.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys.
Is it that time?
I think it's that
Is it
time.
my time to do the thing?
It's your time to do your thing.
All right, everybody, and thank you for tuning into the Travis Moon podcast. As
Did you
always,
have to swallow the mic when you started?
Yeah.
it's how I say I love
for it.
Aw.
And you've tuned in to
Clear
Travel
my
from
throat.
the Traveler's Moon podcast. As always, I'm one of your hosts, Chris Nielsen.
I am Kelly McCarville.
And for now. And that's going to be the sign off from now on, by the way.
For now.
Thank you for tuning in. If you want to find us anywhere in person, we just told you where. You can find us online. You can find us anywhere on social media at Traveler's Moon or at Traveler's Moon Para. Try both, because apparently people want to steal our shit. You can also find us online at www.travelersmoonpara.com, as well as right here on the Paranormal Buzz Radio Network.
Thanks for tuning in, you guys. If
we love you,
we
sexy
crossed
bitches.
the line, we'd say we're sorry, but we're not.
Just take it as like consciousness expansion.
You have been warned. I mean, it starts out the whole show with a warning. So if you were offended, you didn't listen to the disclaimer.
That's right. Get your panties in a wad. Okay.
All right, guys.
Bye,
Have
guys.
a great
Love
night.
you.
Thanks for having us.
You bet.